Welcome, acoustic guitar fan here with my first guitar review, and I'm going to be reviewing today the Squier Bullet Stratocaster. As I've watched a lot of the reviews online regarding this specific guitar, and they were real helpful to me when I was checking this guitar out, and I thought I'd offer my impressions of it after getting it about a week ago. I picked this guitar up actually at a Guitar Center grand opening. Believe it or not, this guitar was only $89.95, unbelievably priced. When I saw it and how good it looked, I had a weakness for sunburst all my life, and I own an American Standard Strat, which I've had for a little over 20 years. And when I saw the sunburst, and for $89.95, I said, hey, if anything, I could get it and break it apart and do some modifications for the initial money spent. But surprisingly, after I got the guitar and messed around with it for a while, I was just really amazed at the for the money what you could get. So just a basic overview. This is of course your sunburst model. I think it also comes in several other colors like Daphne blue, a pink, and a white, an off-white colored. I think all of the guitars come with a rosewood fretboard. The American Standard Strat that I own has a maple fretboard, but this particular line, I think all the fretboards that come with it are rosewood. The neck material, of course, is maple. Finish is polyurethane. 21 frets. Fret sizes are medium jumbo. Standard 4-bolt neck on the back, and it comes with a neck and middle pickup, single coil, and cool enough is this humbucking pickup that comes with it, which is I guess new for this model year's Bullets. I think prior to that it was 3 single coil pickups they offered, but this year, 2011, I think you have this nice little addition of the humbucking pickup. Of course, a 5-way position switch, lower position controlling the humbuckers, next position up controlling the humbucker, in the middle position controlling the middle, next position controlling the middle and the neck, and then top position controlling the neck. It does come with a tremolo, which I don't have here with me, as I really don't use tremolo that much, and chrome hardware. The string nut is a synthetic bone, and the switch tip, of course, it's just your basic standard white switch tip here. Strings, it comes with your standard Fender strings. I think if I change anything on this guitar, I'd probably change the strings out. They're okay, but of course, I think with a better quality string, you'd probably get a lot more out of this guitar. Now, I've heard varying opinions and read different opinions about the pickups that come with this guitar, but I've only had this a week. The electronics seem very, I haven't had anything break down on me. Of course, when you get a lower price guitar, the first thing you think about is the workmanship may not be as up to par as your American-made guitars. But funny enough, I found this guitar very, very nice. I notice a little bit of fret buzz when I play it, but oftentimes it's very unobtrusive, so you don't really get too much of it. Right now I have this hooked up to a Digitech RP90 for effects. I have a little reverb here on it, but the guitar has a very easy playability feel to it. Surprisingly, the neck action is very smooth. In comparing it to the more expensive guitars, I was astounded at how much you get for your money. So that was one thing that was very, very pleasing to me. The headset here is like stock, I think, from the earlier years, which I kind of like the smaller ones because it look. Thinking about some of the other Squiers I've seen in the past, like the Affinities and maybe some of the others, they would usually have that big fat headstock on there, which to me was not as aesthetically pleasing as this one here. Just as an example, I'll grab my American Standard Strat here and just show you the headstock on that, which, you know, if you look at both of them, they're almost exactly the same. Now the hardware on this, of course, is the American Standard is a little bit nicer. The guitar itself, the American Standard, feels heavier. So I think probably the material, the wood that they used on these lower end Strats are probably, the wood's not, of course, not as nice. But surprisingly, from a distance, aesthetically, when you look at them, it's almost impossible to, well, I wouldn't say almost impossible, but it's pretty astounding at how nicely these Chinese guitars are made. Now these guitars, yes, are made in China. They must have a good quality control over there from what I've seen so far. I'm pretty impressed with the price tag, no doubt. It's a fun guitar to play. So you know, of course, Sunburst is beautiful. You know, Sunburst was my first choice for this guitar, and funny enough, when I went to that grand opening, their Sunbursts sold out in a flash. That particular grand opening was interesting in that they opened on a weekday, Thursday night, and by the time we got out there, literally had to stand in line for an hour to get in. But like I said, well, this was one of the grand opening specials they were offering. I think normally Guitar Center prices this guitar at about $120, but that particular evening and through the weekend they had them for like $90. And that night, of course, wasn't able to grab one of these. They were all gone. The only other choices left were the pink ones, which, of course, you know, I'm not a big pink person, so I opted not to get the pink ones. But the next day, when I stepped into the store, when it was less frenetic and less crazy, I happened to see this Sunburst hanging on the wall, and checked it out, and it was in really good shape. I didn't care about the box or anything, so I grabbed it and plugged it in and played it, and I'm like, gosh, $90, I'm getting this baby. But anyways, yeah, you know, some of the reviews online regarding this guitar are pretty good, but I thought I'd offer my perspective on it. It's a sweet playing guitar, really, really good tone to it. Sounds really nice. Nice guitar to have around house. Very, very. Now, I think why I was so attracted to the Sunburst is, you know, of course, I've been always a big Buddy Holly fan and Eric Johnson fan, of course. I think Eric plays the Sunburst with a maple neck, but you know, one of my future hopes is to get an American Standard Sunburst with a maple neck. But in the interim, I could be happy with this very budget-minded purchase here. And to me, I think a lot of the products coming out of the factories and overseas are the quality control is getting much better. I mean, that remains to be seen. I've only had this guitar for a week now, but we'll see what happens further on down the road. Now with my American Standard Strat, which I'll just grab here real quick and maybe just switch this out for a second. But, okay. This American Standard Strat, this baby is like, I think a 1990. I picked this guitar up in a shop in Houston, Texas called Rock and Robin, pretty well-known shop. This American Standard is a beautiful guitar. I love it. It's got a maple fretboard. This guitar I think spoke to me when I first saw it because I've always been a big fan of George Harrison, and I still remember the concert for Bangladesh and him playing a guitar that looked exactly like this. So it was like looking at the guitar, I'm like, hey, that's George's guitar, I need to get one like it. And I think that particular guitar, that white one that he was playing in the concert for Bangladesh, was a gift from Eric Clapton to him. I think Eric bought a bunch of Strats from Manny's in New York and gave a few out to like Pete Townsend and George, and the story goes that he constructed Blackie, his famous Strat, from maybe 2 or 3 guitars that he purchased from Manny's in that same shopping spree. But anyways, yeah, even just like a side note, the other day I was did a search on YouTube on Eric, and I saw him playing this one song. It was at a tribute concert for Stevie Ray Vaughan, and he had this exact color configuration guitar, and he was just wailing away on it. If you ever get a chance, check it out. It's Eric Clapton at a Stevie Ray Vaughan memorial concert playing. I can't remember the name of the song right now, but he was just wailing away on it, and I'm thinking, I'm dreaming, I'm thinking in my head, he's playing my guitar. But anyways, this baby is my prized possession. I've had this one for like probably 21, 22 years now, and bought and sold many guitars over the years, but have always hung on to this one. So this one's never going to leave my side. I've had it worked on. I've had the neck adjusted on it, the bridge adjusted, pickups, new pickups. Probably need a little bit of fret work done on it, but all in all, it's over the years, it's been very reliable. So now I have two electrics. This other 8995 job being the other one. But for those of you who are on a budget, or for those of you who are starting out looking for a guitar to start out with, you can't lose with these Fender Bullet Strats, in my opinion. For the money, they are a steal, and they've got a sweet tone to them, and really well built, really well built. So anyways, that's my review of this great little guitar. Go check it out. You can probably find them at Musician's Friend or Guitar Center, or order them online. I think generally they probably go for like about $120 now. But if you're lucky enough to catch them in a grand opening sale, like I said, I got it for $90, and for $90 you get a lot of bang for your buck. Anyways, check out the finish on that. Beautiful, huh? Anyways, my first guitar review, and hope it helps.